let's take a look at the most interesting indie games coming next year. I have 16 games that I want to show you that I'm looking forward to. Let's get down to business. First up is Hollow Knight Silksong. This was supposed to be released first half of 2023, but have since been delayed. This is of course the sequel to Hollow Knight, and it's a 2D Souls-like game. I mean, this looks great. The aesthetic is amazing, the combat looks fun and responsive, and I remember the first game having a really good interconnected map, so I hope they keep that or expand upon it. And I mean, the first one had some hard bosses, so I hope this one goes nuts as well. Can't wait to play it. The game is developed by Team Cherry, and as I mentioned, there's no release date yet, but I expect it to be released next year. Eiyuden Chronicles 100 Heroes. This is probably the one I'm most excited for. A JRPG with old school graphics. It looks so good. I love the old classic JRPGs like Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, the Final Fantasy series, Earthbound, Secret of Mana series, the Tale series, stuff like that. The graphics in this game differ a bit, but I like the old school vibes. And the amount of characters in this game is crazy. The concern for me is how relevant all of the characters are going to be, but we'll have to wait and see. There is a prequel, Eiyuden Chronicles Rising, if you want to get a taste for the series before 100 Heroes comes out. I played it a bit, but it's not really what I'm kind of interested in, but it's definitely worth checking out if you want to get into this universe. 100 Heroes will drop 23rd of April 2024 and is developed by Rabbit and Bear Studios. Super Fantasy Kingdom. This is a roguelite city builder. To me this looks super chill to play. You build your fantasy kingdom and defend it against hordes of monsters. And to me the graphics feels just right for this type of game. There is a demo out for this if you want to try it right now. Otherwise it will be released in 2024. No specific date yet. And the game is developed by Ferial's Bear. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. I'm sorry. Next up is the Plucky Squire. This looks interesting. You play a character in a storybook that finds a way out of the book. I just love the imagination of the game developers. The world and surfaces the game takes place in is so cool. The gameplay seems to change a whole lot as well. A bit like It Takes Two. It looks like a fun experience. The Plucky Squire is developed by All Possible Futures and will be released in 2024. No specific date on this one either. Pacific Drive. This reminds me a bit of the driving sequence in Half-Life 2. Here you're trying to survive with your car being your only lifeline. This is kind of a driving survival exploration game. I don't really know how this is gonna play out, if it's going to be engaging enough, but it looks really cool and I do want to try it out. Pacific Drive is developed by Ironwood Studios and the release is planned for Q1 2024. Europa is an exploration game set on the moon of Jupiter. The art style and the vibrant world really caught my attention. This reminds me a bit of Breath of the Wild, at least in its presentation. This is an action platformer, but it really feels like the exploration is the center point of the game. To fly around in the game looks really fun. You can try it out, there is a demo out for it, so go and do that if you're interested. This is developed by Helder Pinto. The release of the game was planned for 2023, but have been pushed back to 2024. No specific date on this one. Angerfoot. This is probably the most outrageous game on the list. This looks like Hotline Miami in FPS mode, but on crack. It looks really fun, and I hope it's as fun as it looks. This game also have a demo, so you can try it out if you want to. I'm not really a demo type of guy, I'd rather just wait for the full release. But anyhow, this game looks crazy and fun. Angerfoot is developed by Free Lives and will be released 2024. No specific date for this one either. Pepper Grinder. This is one of those games with amazing pixel graphics. The amount of expressions they can get out of a few pixels is amazing. The gameplay looks fluid, fast and fun. It reminds me a bit of Ori. In the second game you have a similar ability as this game is based on. But yeah, love everything about this game. Looks like 2D platforming at its best. The game is developed by StormEdge. I hope I pronounced that correctly. The release date is planned for 2024, but no specific date yet. 9 Souls. It's an action-packed Souls-like game. I mean, just look at the combat. It looks so crisp and responsive. The art style is also fantastic. Really fits well with this type of game. And you can really follow what is happening on the screen with this type of graphics as well. This looks like it could be a really hard game, but we'll just have to wait and see. If you can't wait, there is a demo out for the game. Otherwise, the release date is Q1 2024. 9 Souls is developed by Red Candle Games. I would assume you have heard about Palworld. If you haven't, it's basically Pokemon, but with guns. I don't really know what to think about this game. It's definitely an interesting take on the Pokemon formula. I wonder how the story and the progression will be in this game. But I mean, hey, it looks good, it looks decent. The game is in early access right now and will be released in January 2024. The game is developed by Pocket Pair. Another Crab's Treasure is a Souls-like game underwater. And as the title alludes, you play as a crab. This game looks so silly. but so fun. I really hope this game has some unique mechanics to take advantage of the fact that the game takes place underwater. But otherwise it looks cool and I'm interested to try it out actually. There's a demo for the game if you want to try it out right now. The game is developed by Aggro Crab and planned release date is 2024, no specific date. StormEdge is an action roguelite with magic as the focus. It looks fast and looks to have a high skill cap. It seems to feature a lot of skills and a few characters to choose between. I don't know why, but these types of games just suck me in. I love them. And I know this game is just gonna be addictive. This is developed by Shield Breaking Games. No specific date on this one either, but planned release date is 2024. Paper Trail is a unique puzzle game where you fold a paper world to be able to progress. Cool and unique puzzle games is something I just love. One of my all-time favorites is Gorogoa. If you haven't played it, please look it up. It's super cool, but it's also kind of a small, unique puzzle game. And I haven't seen a game do paper folding before, so I can't wait to see this in action and actually play it myself. Paper Trail is developed by Newfangled Games and is planned for 2024. No specific date yet. Ghostbike is a semi-open world where you ride a bike. The gameplay outside of riding around is a bit unclear to me. It looks like the game contains racing and exploration, but I wonder if there is anything more to it than that. It looks super chill, love the art style, can't wait to try it out. Ghostbike is developed by Messoff and planned release date seems to be 2024. Neva is a 2D puzzle platformer with some gorgeous graphics. I mean, look at this game, it's a fucking painting, it's beautiful. When I first saw it, I was immediately reminded of Grease. And of course I was, it's the same studio that has done this game. The trailer doesn't show much of the game, but if Grease is anything to go by, Neva probably will be good as well. This is developed by Nomada Studio and will be released 2024, no specific date yet. Last but definitely not least is Hades 2. I mean, Hades is the gold standard for roguelites in my opinion. The first one is so good, solid story, levels, enemies, gameplay, weapons and upgrades, it's all there. The second game looks very similar to the first one, not necessarily a bad thing, but I hope it has some distinct differences from the first one. Hades 2 was supposed to drop into early access this year, but has been delayed to spring 2024. I really hope this can deliver. My expectations are through the roof. Hades 2 is developed by Supergiant Games. These are the games I look forward to next year. There are certainly games that I have missed. Please leave a comment with other great indie games that will be released next year, so I can take a look at them and cover them. Don't forget to leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.